I stopped showing up to my daughter's custody hearings. My phone buzzed on the nightstand, and my lawyer's voice filled the room. "Where are you? The hearing started 20 minutes ago. Please tell me you're coming." I wasn't. I was sitting on my daughter's bed with her stuffed rabbit against my chest. The room smelled like her strawberry shampoo. Her little sneakers were lined up by the door. My lawyer's voice cracked. "They'll rule without you. Do you understand what that means?" I understood. I just couldn't move. 4 years earlier, my ex-wife had left a note on the counter, "I can't do this anymore," and flown to Portugal with a man she'd met online. She didn't wake our daughter to say goodbye. That first night, I sat on the nursery floor in the dark, holding my baby while she cried herself hoarse, whispering, "Mommy's coming back," even though I knew it was a lie. She finally slept with her fist wrapped around my finger, and I didn't dare move for hours. I taught myself everything after that. Braiding hair, singing the same songs until I heard them in my sleep, sitting alone at conferences while the other moms angled away from me. I turned down a promotion because missing bedtime wasn't an option. Every morning before school, my daughter drew a little heart on the back of my hand in marker. "So you think about me during the day." I never washed it off until she was asleep. She drew one that morning too before the bus. Her mother sent one birthday card in 4 years. No gift, no return address. So when my ex showed up with a wealthy new husband and an expensive lawyer, I couldn't believe it. She passed me in the courthouse hallway and murmured, "Try not to embarrass yourself." On the stand, she talked about her healing journey and her right to a real family. I learned later her new husband wanted children, and she'd promised him she'd retrieve hers. Like my daughter was a coat she'd left at a restaurant. The hearings gutted me. She'd dab her eyes and the judge would lean forward like he was witnessing something moving. After one session, she caught my arm in the hall and whispered, "You really thought you could keep her from me? She's mine." The day I knew I was losing, I looked over and saw actual tears on the judge's face for the woman who'd abandoned her baby. My lawyer squeezed my hand under the table. "I'm so sorry." I stopped going after that, which is why, when I looked out the window and saw a police cruiser behind a black SUV in my driveway, I already knew. I set the rabbit on the couch. My ex was smiling before she reached the porch. I opened the door before she could knock, and she waved the order in my face. "Full custody, immediate transfer." I told you. Her husband shoved past me and started pulling photos off my walls into a bag. The officer stepped between us. "Sir, don't make this harder." Then the front door opened behind me. "Daddy?" My daughter stood there, backpack on, eyes moving from the officer to the photos on the floor to the stranger in her home. She tugged my shirt. "Daddy, who is that lady?" My ex's mask slipped. One flash of pure irritation before she forced a smile. "It's Mommy, sweetie. We're going home. Say bye to Daddy." My daughter ran into my chest, sobbing, "Please, I don't want to go. I don't know her." And that's the moment it turned, because the officer, who'd been looking away all along, finally looked at the child clinging to me, terrified of the woman claiming her, at the husband stuffing our life into a duffel bag. He held up a hand. "Everybody stop." He asked my daughter one question, crouched to her level. "Sweetheart, do you know this woman?" "No," she whispered. "I want my daddy." He stood back up, and something in his whole posture changed. He got on his radio. Then he told my ex the transfer wasn't happening today, that a child in visible distress who doesn't recognize the custodial parent triggers a welfare hold, and it was going back in front of the court. It did. My lawyer, who'd been begging me for months to let her subpoena the ex's history, finally got to. What came out unraveled everything. The abandonment documented, the single soulless birthday card entered into evidence, the new husband's own texts about getting the kid so we look like a family, and my 4 years of school records, medical appointments, every heart drawn on my hand, photographed and dated. The judge who'd wept for her performance read it all in silence, and this time he didn't lean forward. He reversed it. Full custody to me. Supervised visitation only for her, if she ever bothered to use it. She hasn't. That night, my daughter fell asleep against me on the couch, the rabbit under her arm. I looked down at my hand, at the little marker heart half smudged from the day. I finally washed it off, and in the morning, she drew me a new one.